Rizvi, a spokesman for MQM, which is the biggest political party in Karachi. But welcome to the programme. What are your thoughts after this dreadful attack today?
Thank you very much. As MQM is known, one of the largest political parties in Pakistan, and Mr. Altaf Hussain, who is the founder leader of MQM, who is the most vocal leader against Taliban and against extremism in Pakistan for decades now, this student massacre in Peshawar, and we are in such a pain and grief that words are not enough to express our feelings right now, and we expect from the government of Pakistan, the other political parties of Pakistan, and of course the Pakistan Army to come with a very, very heavy hand, not only on extreme terrorism but extremism as well.
They have talked about that though for the last many months. What has to change to actually bring change there in Pakistan?
We need to work on a two-pronged strategy, as Mr. Altaf Hussain has suggested, that we need a counter-terrorism and extremism policy. Yes, the Operation Zarb is for defeating terrorism in Pakistan, but unfortunately we haven't seen much on the grounds of extremism, and it will take maybe a decade to cover, but we have to take a first step from somewhere, and I believe this is about time that people should heed to what Mr. Altaf Hussain is saying and talking about extremism in Pakistan, and we need to curb the terrorism and eradicate extremism out of the society of Pakistan.
Was it always a mistake to try to talk to this group as they tried only a few months ago?
That was a blunder. Actually, it was a strategy by Taliban to engage the political parties of Pakistan into a dialogue. They want to place themselves into a different part of the Pakistan. They have spreaded themselves from northern Waziristan up to Karachi right now, and they are all over. So the army is actually combating them in the northern areas of Pakistan, but what about the rest of Pakistan? We need to come up with a comprehensive strategy, not to just combat terrorism but extremism, as Mr. Hussain has asked for.
Yes, it has to be comprehensive, because it can't just be the military, it can't just be the politicians. The public too, and all of the public, have to reject them, and so far that part of the equation also hasn't happened.
Exactly, that's what my point is, and what Mr. Altaf Hussain's point is, that we need to come up with a roadmap, with a strategy to eradicate, with the passage of time, the extremism which is there in the society of Pakistan now, and it will take maybe a decade to cover, but we need to take a first step towards the eradication of extremism from Pakistan. That is the utmost important thing to do, and if we'll be successfully complete this project of eradicating extremism, there will be no terrorism whatsoever.
Haider Rizvi, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank
well,
you very
let's
much.
Continue to pick up the themes raised over the last few minutes, because with me here is Dr. Aisha Siddiqa, who's a defence and security expert, who's written extensively on the Pakistani army. Thank you.